Hi all. I really hope that this live didn't start with that cough. I've just had a cracker and some cheese, so guess what? My throat's all a bit scratchy now. So where am I? Let's bring myself in and say hello to you all while I have a slurp of my tea. So today is one of those really busy days. If you're watching on Facebook and haven't given StreamYard permission, if you comment and just say hi, then I'll know who you are and who's here. And if you're on StreamYard, or if you've given permission to StreamYard, as you comment, it'll tell me who you are. So I like to know who's there so that I can call people by their name. So my flowers, aren't they gorgeous? What you'll see lurking behind those lisianthus, which are some of my favourite flowers, is an orchid that was given to me at the weekend. So I'm really looking. I'm not looking forward to the lisianthus dying, but when the lisianthus has gone, that beautiful little orchid will have a place all of its own. Hi Sarah, how are you? Nice to see you. So what's been going on this time then for this lurker sharing that I've got? Well, there's one big example of where I chose not to lurk. I could have done, but I chose not to. A call went out. Where are we today? Tuesday. I think it was only yesterday morning, actually. I happened to see it quickly, asking for somebody who could talk about the difference of between introverts and extroverts in the workplace and the pressure that's kind of being put on them. And I responded with, yeah, absolutely, I can do that. And a couple of other people recommended me, which is always so heartening, so reassuring. And I managed to get some information off to this person straight away. And she came back this morning and said, I've had 17 people message me overnight to say they're experts in this, but I've watched your TEDx and I know that you are the real deal. So let's do this. So I'm really excited. I've got to say I'm really excited. And that's for is a lockdown leadership conference. And I'm really excited about that because it's the opportunity to get my message out to the leaders of the world out there to remind them that actually introversion is an aspect of neurodiversity that we need to be paying attention to as part of the diversity, equity and inclusion agenda. And that potentially, unless they're giving this their attention, they're leaving up to 50% of the talent on the table because they're not bringing out the best of our skills, qualities and talents. And we're probably being overlooked for promotion because we're being judged against an extrovert rather than for our own introvert qualities. So I'm really thrilled at that opportunity. Sarah, thank you. Yeah, I think it's great news as well. So I'm really chuffed that that's going to be happening. And that is next month. And also next month, I've recorded a piece for a health and well-being show. It's on the 20th of May. And I did put a post about this in Introvert's Corner, but they've given me 10 free tickets to give away, which is a kind of, access to all of the sessions that are going to be delivered. And I've still got some tickets left. So I don't want them to go to waste. I want them to go to people who would really benefit from. You can even, I guess, gift them to other people or pass your login details on to somebody else. But I'd love for some of you to take me up on that offer of taking one of the free tickets for the Health and Wellbeing show. It's happening live on May the 20th. My piece is pre-recorded, so I know it's all there ready to go, as will most of the other speakers, I think. But it's a really great opportunity. So either in the comments here, if you're watching live, then say, yeah, me, please. Or even if you're hashtag replay, then hashtag replay, ticket for me, please, Joe. And I'll make sure that they go to the first come, first served. So if you think you'd benefit from a ticket to the Health and Wellbeing show on May the 20th, online. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to get out of your slippers or your jammies even. You can watch it all online. Then do let me know, because I'd love them to go to a good home. If not, then I'll have to give them back, which seems such a shame. So there's two things happening in May, which for me, I'm counting as really great news, because it's getting the message out there that introverts aren't broken or in need of fixing. Introversion itself is not a mental health issue, and I made it clear in the piece I recorded. But the pressure put on us to conform to the extrovert way of life is what can impact our mental health. So some of us really need some help around that. What else is going on? Well, it's a particularly, I have to say, particularly busy week. I'm excited in that this afternoon at 4 o'clock, I've got a training session to deliver first at 2:30 UK time. At 4 o'clock, I'm being interviewed for somebody's podcast, so I'm looking forward to that. And at 7 o'clock this evening, I'm interviewing for my own podcast, the specialist in men's mental health. And some of what he's going to share, excuse me, some of what he's going to share is applicable to us all. I think I better have a quick slurp. I've been training this morning already, which is why my voice is a bit croaky. That's better. Some nice licorice and peppermint tea. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to interviewing the specialist this evening at 7. And that episode will go live next Thursday, not this Thursday. This Thursday's episode is all lined up, and the one I'm interviewing for this evening will go live next Thursday, which I think is the 29th. And that will be our 5 episodes devoted to health and well-being as part of Stress Awareness Month. And it's been really great actually having that theme right the way through the month. But as ever, I want to know from you what you want me to talk about next. I've had a request in the Introverts Corner group, and it's not something that I'd considered talking about before, but let's see what the appetite is. So again, if you're watching live, let me know the appetite. If you're watching on replay, #replay, let me know whether you think it's a good idea. Somebody asked for resources on how to be a parent as an introvert. And I've got my own view as a grandparent, but actually it'd be really interesting to hear whether you think that's something that we could explore, either as a webinar or as a podcast episode. Let me know what you think. And if it's a podcast episode, I'm going to be reaching out to some of you guys who are parents and who have successfully parented as an introvert, because it's for new parents who are kind of either struggling a bit, especially if they've got an extroverted child, because just because you're an introvert doesn't mean that you bear introvert children. So it might be something that's a challenge. So let me know if that's something that appeals to you. And if there are other topics that you'd like me to talk about and explore on the podcast, this week, the one that's releasing this week, is all about how we hold space for other people as introverts, when they're stressed. And I mentioned in there that the work I do and my podcast is about holding space for you, is allowing you to be the best you can be. So I'd love to know what topics you'd like me to explore as part of that. So I think that's probably about all for now. The LinkedIn post that I put up last week is still going great guns. The post about introversion and extroversion explained in the HR Director. If you're connected to me on LinkedIn and haven't read it, then do have a look, because I think it's a cracking article. It's a shame they changed the title, but hey, I can't win everything. At least the message got out there. And I've also applied to deliver webinars for one of the big webinar providers for professional service firms. They're a little bit nervous at the moment about my topic. Doesn't that say something? So I'm just waiting to hear whether they come back to me and accept what it is that I'm offering. Anyway, that's probably about all you need to hear from me today. More examples of me not hiding. Where I am hiding, and I will share this with you, where I am hiding, As you can see, I'm still working from my office at home. I could though go back into my office. I've popped in and out to get things, but I'm not necessarily yet kind of looking forward to going back into my office. I think I will soon because it's warming up beautifully here in the UK. Spring has definitely sprung, and it'll be too warm for me soon to be here in my back bedroom doing this from here. So pretty soon I'll be going back into the office, but not quite yet. I'm still lurking away from that. There's another example of where I'm, thank you, Sarah, and stay safe yourself. There's another example of where I'm lurking actually, which is a couple of groups that I'm not participating in as fully as I could, because that feels important to me in terms of my boundaries. So yes, I'm putting myself out there and actively doing that. And I'm also pulling back when it feels right to do that. And that's the whole point with us introverts. We lurk when we know we need to protect ourselves. Anyway, have a great rest of your week. And I look forward to chatting with you next Tuesday. Take good care.